I'm talking about this lovely lady, Anisha. Anisha, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me. It's a great day.
Absolutely. Thank you for your patience. As you saw, the Bachelor just got connected to another real one. But you've been patient, so you got to think you have the whole world watching. Okay, you have a bunch of people that are ready to tap in with you. So share with the world your name, your age, and what you do.
Wonderful. My name is Anisha Aliyah. I'm 33 years old, located in Los Angeles, California. So I'm also on the West Coast, currently in New York. I am a treasury accountant and financial analyst. So, yes, I'm a bit of a nerd, but I'm also a performance artist. So, I love theater, I love to model, and I love to just like perform.
You are Black Excellence. Oh my
Thank you.
goodness. Wow, that is beautiful. Okay, now share with us what makes you a real one.
What makes me a real one is that I've worked very hard in my life, but I'm very humble. I am very grounded, and I'm a truthful person who has done the work of her healing journey, which is very important for our generation, making sure that we acknowledge where we come from, what our triggers are, and
Mm.
going through the necessary steps to heal so that we can be the best versions of ourselves to be a better friend, lover, coworker, and all of that. So I'm really big on being a divine healing goddess in this
Mm.
world. Yes, just positive energy, knowing who I am, very self aware, and just linking up and coming in alignment with people who are also on their high level spiritual journey, just in terms of knowing who they are and their purpose in life.
That's beautiful. Wow, you just
Thank
preached
you.
a sermon. That was amazing. Wow. Now share with us this. What are you looking for in a real one?
Let's see. I'm looking for a very masculine man, someone who's intelligent, someone who's very aware of themselves, someone who has already done their work to know who they are and what the best attributes of themselves are, and also what the worst are, so that they can do the work and pretty much just be a light in this world. Someone who's happy on their own and is not looking for someone to make them happy, but they're looking to align with someone who can just we can pretty much
Grow
make
and
each other better. Yes, we
yeah,
can grow
grow and glow
together.
together. Yeah, that should be the
Yeah,
goal of every relationship, really, to grow
absolutely.
and glow together. Now, I'm sure you have it because you're a real one. People have heartbreakers, deal breakers, red flags. What are things you're not going to tolerate, Anisha?
Someone who is very irresponsible with their manhood, meaning they have multiple children and multiple baby mamas. You have just spread your seed all over with no intention of making a family. That
Mm.
is a deal breaker for me. Someone who does not value a woman who is confident, who is educated, but also someone who is very feminine and wants you to be the man, the leader in ways of spirituality. And I want you to have a relationship with God, not meaning that you should be religious or go to church, but you need to know what your purpose is in the terms of the divine message, not religious, but how you walk your life, how you live
Mm.
your journey.
Okay, that's deep. That's deep. I want to go back to something you mentioned in regards to some of the brothers of all ethnicities. By the some people think when I say brothers, I mean just specifically the brothers, and I'm like, no, I mean of all shades. Some are irresponsible in the past. It could have been where they were 19, 20, and just went, to every football game and was Bobby Brown humping around. But say they changed. Say they changed. Would you be open to dating a man that has been responsible for a certain amount of time and he's not fooling around anymore?
I would say yes, as long as you don't have any young children and
Mm.
any baby mamas who are still in love with you. And you are very much aware if your baby mama is still in love with you. And you have a part to play in that.
Okay, so how young are we talking of children? Like what's the youngest they could be that you would tolerate?
I would say 14.
Oh
They need
wow.
to be independent. We're not babysitting over here.
So you almost mean like, yeah, so you definitely don't want them to have children. You'd want them to have teen, like 15, 16, and that'd be acceptable.
Yeah, I prefer grown-ups. Yes,
Grown
but
up.
at
Oh
least,
yeah. Or
yes,
none at all.
independent.
Or none at all, maybe.
Yes.
I mean, do you have children?
I don't have any children.
Okay. Okay. So that gives to me that gives you the utter right to be like, hey, come like I'm coming.
Yes,
Childless.
no roommates, no children. I am a very independent woman.
Okay. Okay. Share with us this. What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, I'm a nature girl, so I love to go hiking, be out in nature. I love animals. I love sightseeing, going to new cities. I love traveling like abroad, and I love like really diving into culture. So if I do go to a new country, I'm not like a big tourist person. I'm someone who wants to go to the local market and try their local fruits, and I want to like tap in and see what the people who are like indigenous do. I want to go in the forest, and I want to be near water. I love the beach. I just love sun gazing. I love meditating. I love anything that's connected with grounding myself so that I'm like in peace.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm guessing you have your passport with all that
I
travel.
do.
Okay. Is it a requirement that your man has a passport?
I would prefer it, but everyone's had their walks. I don't know where you are in your place in life and why you haven't traveled,
Mhm.
but that's perfectly fine as long as you're open to it and that's something that you want to do in the future.
Okay. Okay. All right. I want you to share this. Share your IG even right now, and I'll put it up on screen at a later time. But share your IG. Just, I'm sure someone to slide in your DMs. I'm sure.
Of course, it's Anisha, ANISHA .Aliyah, AALIYAH.
Beautiful. Oh, that's simple, just like you have it spelled there. Okay,
Yes.
that's amazing. Okay, I want to ask a few more questions just so the people watching can get to know a little bit more about you because, the previous real one got snagged, but real ones will reach out to you because this is Black excellence. This is what it's all about. So in terms of love language, what would you say your love language is?
Oh, I love acts of service. Like there are things that I hate to do, like deal with my car, deal with anything that has to do with men's work. I call that men's work. I don't do cars and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you can come through for me when I need you, like I needed a ride to the airport. I'm in New York right now. So if you can just be there for me and just be supportive because I don't need to do everything by myself. So I would say acts of service. I also love physical touch. So someone who's very affectionate because I didn't grow up in a household where I got hugs and kisses. So that's something that I really appreciate.
That's beautiful. And those make sense. These could go hand in hand. I mean, to me, all the love languages kind of have some cohesiveness, which is why relationships can grow and glow just like that. Just a few more questions. This is one that always surprises me. Some guests are scared to ask, but on a real one, we just keep it real. In terms of previous relationships, when was your last relationship?
My last relationship was in 2023. So it's
Okay.
been over 2 years ago where I was in a committed relationship. So I've been single. I've dated, but nothing, no commitments.
Have you ever been married?
I've never been married. No
Okay.
kids, never been married.
Okay.
No baggage.
Would you want to be married in the future?
I do want to be married,
Okay.
definitely, but it has to be with someone who's excellent. I will
Oh,
not
yeah.
settle
Like
for anyone who's not excellent.
Yes, and a real one. So if there was someone who was excellent, but they weren't looking for marriage as the end goal, would that be a heartbreaker?
No, because I'm not like totally set on traditional marriage.
Okay.
If we're together and we have an understanding, then that can be discussed. We don't necessarily have to be under the court of law. It can be more of a what would you call it?
Connection, a partnership, maybe.
Yeah,
in
a
terms of
partnership.
like not leading that document because when the court gets involved, it can get messy.
Right.
It really can. Okay. All right.
Something that's built on true love. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I thank you so much. I would have had more brothers, but we just wanted to do this small segment because we wanted half in studio, half virtual. You are a real one. And we thank you so much for sharing just a little about you.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. All right. We'll see you again. And if you're in LA on the regular, nothing is more vibrant than that in-studio connection where you get to, unfortunately, pop right in a brother's face and those tears may get shed. But if you get a real one, then you go right on the date after. So it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful.
I would love it.
You're amazing. Okay. Thank you so much. Enjoy New York, and we hope to get you back safe in LA.
For sure. Peace.
You're amazing. Thank you. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will about do it. Thank you so much. We did half in studio, half virtual for our Black Excellence edition, and that was excellent. So if you want to be on a future episode of A Real One, whether virtual or in studio, why don't you hit the link in the description, and we'd be happy to consider you for the show. And continue to subscribe, like, comment, share. We'll see you on the next episode of A Real One. Thank you. I know what you're thinking, friends. I want to watch more of his videos. Well, that's a beautiful thing. We've got this video here, which is one of my favorites. I promise you, you won't regret watching it. We also have this playlist if you just want to dive deep into what we do, or this video here, which is groundbreaking, or you can click this if you plan to subscribe, which I hope you do. So thank you for watching, folks. We've got a lot of content just for you. Hope you enjoy.